What up, though? It's your boy. Go and see Spaceship Oasis the Incredible. Back, back for another edition of Straight Talk with Spaceship. This is episode 15. I was looking today before the show, and I was like, man, I'm already on episode 15? This is crazy. You gotta change that. This is crazy. Like, it's cool, you know? I try to, when I do these things, I try to be consistent. I try to stay consistent. I want to always give content. I know for me, it's very tough to, I've always prided myself on consistency. Myself, Go DJ Lady J Rock, we've always prided ourselves on consistency. And so trying to do this show, trying to make sure we have content every week, trying to make sure I have different topics every week. And please email us your topics. If there's something you want to get off your chest, or you want something that you want me to talk about, please don't be afraid to hit me up. Find me, follow me, share me, TheWild.radio on all social platforms, Spaceship Oasis on all social platforms, and do that nature. What up with you, boy? Shout out to my bro Lil C, man. Came through last night, taught him how to play some dominoes a little bit. But you know, I want to give you good content. I want to think about things that don't just address me. And it's funny because doing shows and doing podcasts and things of that nature, sometimes people think everything you talk about relates to you. You know, everything that you talk about, everything that you say, oh, that must be your life. That must be your life. No. That doesn't necessarily have to be my life. Some things I talk about, you know, I hear from other people. Some things I talk about, I try to give my side of the story to. And so, you know, I always want to bring to light things and give people a different perspective. Hold on 1 second. And so I talked to people. I went out to dinner with a good friend of mine the other day, and we were talking, and she was saying some things, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna let you know this now. I'm gonna talk about that on the show. She was like, for real? I'm like, that's where I get my topics from. You know what I mean? Good morning, everyone. I'm like, that's where I get my topics from. She was like, that for real? I'm like, yeah, talking to people. That's why I talk to different people. I don't want to talk to the same people. I don't want to talk to just myself because I never want to get too personal. Now, I do use this platform as a way to vent a lot of things that I go through and things that I think about. But for the most part, I try to use this platform as something that I can address different situations, because one thing I've learned in life, so many different people have the same problems. So many different people go through the same storms. And I'm a big proponent on our storms aren't just for us. Our testimony is never for us. Our testimony is always for someone else. Things that we go through that we take so personally. We take so many things personally that we don't realize that the storm that we're going through, that the situation we're going through is not for us. And so thinking about this, I decided today that my show would be called Take That L. 1 second. And Take That L is more so about sometimes, Grand Rising James, sometimes we have to lose in order to win. The fuck? We got to lose. Yes. I watch a lot of sports. And I remember, what was it? Was it LeBron's rookie year? Second year? Something like that? And he played the San Antonio Spurs. And of course, you know, everybody loved King James when he first came out, 18, 19 years old athlete. And Cleveland got to the finals. I think that was the year they beat Detroit and came back from the 4-2 deficit and whatnot. And next thing you know, he got swept, right? And they're like, oh. But for me, I looked at it and I said, he has to learn how to win. A lot of times in life, we don't learn how to be successful from our losses. We get too caught up in our feelings. We get too caught up in the situation and the emotion. And I'm a big proponent on paying attention to things that don't work, paying attention to situations in life that could have been a glitch, situations in life that uh, didn't work in our favor, and taking those things, learning from them, looking at them. And I've learned to do that as a whole over all endeavors. And so today we're going to talk about that, taking that L. We, as Black people, are so prideful that we think taking an L is a detriment. We think that taking that L is a punishment. We think that taking that L um, is truly a loss. But is it? Is it? I start with relationships. One thing I've learned in relationships, and I've told people, and I told someone this week, you don't know what you want until you've had what you don't want. I think I told Rook and Angel that on Thursday on the house party. You don't know what you want until you've had what you don't want. Well, how do you get what you don't want? Or how do you get what you want? How do you get to that place to know what you don't want? Because even when we date people and you ask people, ask your friends today, ask your parents, when you see a mate, what do you look for in that mate? Oh, I want him to be 6 foot tall and big beard, and I want him to work, and I want him to take me out, or I want her to be freaky, and I want her to have a big booty and big titties, and I want her to this. But at the end of the day, we really don't know what it means to cultivate our soul or what makes us happy. It may sound good in theory. It may sound good in what we say in life. Oh, I want a woman that does this. Like, I didn't realize how important it is for a woman I date to have a hobby. Right? We talk about, oh, you want to be the man of the house. You want to do this. That's great. But if you ain't got a job or a hobby, I can't really date you. I don't think about marriage with you. You got to have something else to do because I got shit to do. Right? So I need you to have something else to do. You say, oh, I want a woman who blah, blah, blah. I've learned I like a certain type of woman. I desire a certain type of woman. I look for certain things. You have to take that loss. You have to get in those relationships sometime. And I know our goal in life is to find that one person, have sex with that one person, marry that one person, and only be with that one person. But please raise your hand right now if you have only dated one person in your life. And I'll wait. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody, right? Nobody has dated just one person and just been, and it happens, but it's very fucking rare. And those usually be like those ordained marriages, right? Those organized marriages. When we date someone, it may seem good, it may seem dope, but when we break up or separate or get divorced, we have to look at ourselves. We have to take that L, don't get sorry. I was talking to a friend the other day and she was telling me how one of her exes was looking up her information and shit and saying, I'm gonna come pull up on you. Nigga, take that L. You lost. You know more. Hopefully she has found somebody else who's more compatible. And hopefully you, fella, should find a woman who you can make happy. What you doing stalking this woman for? What you doing mad and salty and want to beat up the next dude she talked to? What kind of shit? I told her, it ain't never got that good for me. Right? It ain't never got that good for me. Now, let me tell you something about what happened to me this summer. And we're going to get off relationship for a minute. I'm going to get back on that. I applied for a leadership position at my school. And, you know, everyone that knows me knows that I'm a pretty good teacher. I think of myself as a pretty good teacher. Um, and so, I was battling whether I wanted to apply for the position or not. And I applied for it, and subsequently I didn't get the position. And I was salty for about 3.7 seconds. But then I said, I got to take this L. Maybe this wasn't what was for me. What? Yeah, maybe this wasn't what's for me. Maybe I still need to grow as a person. Maybe there's something that God wants me to see before he puts me in that leadership position so I don't lose it. Right? So let's get back to relationships. We want to have perfect relationships. We want to have perfect situations, but maybe you have to take that L so that you can look at yourself and see what you need to fix to be a more perfect person. Nobody's perfect, but you can be a more perfect person. You can work towards that perfection, right? Sometimes we have to lose in order to win. And winning means our soul. Winning means our spirit. Winning means acknowledging our flaws, our gaps, right? Being in music, you know, I never understood Saudi rappers who lose like contests or competitions or things of that nature, right? You're so mad. You're so mad that you lost that you don't see, okay, what is the judges saying? What are the people saying? What can I do to be better? What can I do to become a better person next time to win? We get so salty when we lose. And no, I'm not saying losing should be la la la. We should be happy. Yay! Yeah, I lost. Yay! No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is take that L, sit back, assess that L, assess what happened in that L, and move forward. There's something like, and it could be anything in life. I remember once I got a ticket in Addison and I went to jail. And I was salty. I was mad, right? I was so mad that I went to jail. But guess what? On the other side of me going to jail, those tickets I had got paid, or I set them out, or I did both, right? So for me, I had to take that L. No, I didn't want to go to jail. That's why I still had warrants. And I didn't necessarily was felt pressured to pay those tickets. That's why I still had warrants. So for me, I had to take that L to free myself. Now I can drive, and it's crazy because even before then, I was so scared of driving through Addison. Anybody know Addison, Texas? Addison will pull you over for any fucking thing. So when people had shows and events at Addison, or oh, meet me out that line, you better meet me in Dallas right here on Spring Valley. Pick me up or something. And there was a paranoia because I had to get out that situation. I didn't know how to get out that situation, but I truly believe God pushed me to that situation. Like, dude, you got to get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? When me and my youngest son's mom broke up, I had been staying with women for probably the last 5 to 6 years in my life. Whether I was helping them, whether they was helping me, whether I was trying to take care of the household. And I had a friend ask me in between these times, she said, are you afraid of being alone? Do you always got to have a relationship? Are you scared to be by yourself? And of course, the human, the machismo me, hell no, I ain't scared to be by myself. But then I had to sit back and say, she might be a little correct with that. Maybe underlining, I am scared to be alone. I am scared to be by myself. And when we separated, I actually had another female that offered me to stay with her. And I said no. And I struggled. And I moved into a hotel for about a year. And it was tough because the prideful me, I didn't want to tell women I stayed in a hotel. I didn't want company. I don't want you to, you're going to look at me less than. I stay in a hotel. I'm spaceship. What is fucking spaceship staying in a hotel? Now, knowing what I know now, it's a lot of people staying in hotels. It's a lot of people with bad fucking credit, right? Can't get an apartment, can't get a house. But for me, I felt staying in a hotel was a step backwards. I felt like I was losing. I felt less than a man. I felt less than the principles my grandfather gave me. And but I had to take that L to get my life together, to get my mind together, to get my mind right. And now it's been 4 years. And I can probably honestly say whether I did big shit, whether I did uh, great shit, whether I was traveling or touring. And I was staying at this hotel while I was touring, while I was still doing shit, right? But now I'm in a place where I feel more successful. I feel more financially free. I feel more responsible. I feel more mature. Like I got up this morning and I paid my car note without hesitation. I pay my bills when I get paid, whether I got money left or not. Taking that L grew me up. Taking that L made me mature. Taking that L made me go in that quiet place by myself and figure out, shit, what do you need to do to be on your shit? You can't be walking around here. What up, G Champ? You can't be walking around here thinking that everything is going to be a win. No, you might not get that promotion for work. Take that L. God might have something better for you. No, that relationship might not have worked, but God might have something better for you. What we need to do when we take that L, when we get that L, is embrace that L and figure out what do we need to do to turn that L into a W. The Lakers are in the final. Shout out to the Lakers. Lake Show in the building. That's my team. If you got a problem with it, a fight come with it, right? All things Lakers, right? The Lakers lost the first game of each of the first 2 rounds. They don't come out complaining. They don't come out mad. They might come out disappointed themselves. But what happened after they lost that first game? They won 4 straight. Against Houston, they lost that first game. They figure out what they got to do. Okay, we can't play big ball. We can't play bully ball. We got to play small ball. They set JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard for the whole series. Dwight Howard just played last night against the Nuggets. Played more minutes in that game against the Nuggets than he did the whole series against Houston. Why is that? Now, Dwight Howard could sit there and be salty, and the coach could have kept him in the game for that series. But guess what would have happened? If you don't learn from that L, you're going to keep making them same mistakes. We've heard this before. If you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat it. But as Black people, we blame everybody else for our L's instead of ourselves. Or we don't pay attention to the lesson we made to learn. So take that L and change it from loss to lesson. Take that lesson. Don't take that loss. Don't look at it as a loss. I was buying cash cars. The G-Champ is on here right now. I was buying cash cars. And that was breaking down six months to a year. I said, I don't, and people think like this, especially when your car is paid off, right? I don't want a car note. I don't want a car note. I got a car note. I went to a dealership, got a car, paid a down payment. Now I've been able to travel way more, see my family way more, do more things because I'm secure. I couldn't travel with a cash car. I'm nervous. I'm scared. But I got to take this L, or what I thought it was an L. That I thought it was an L, but it has actually helped my life. When people need me now, my excuse ain't, oh, well, my check engine light on. And it was tough. I was like, fuck, how am I going to pay this? I got so much money coming out my check. But God blesses me, and I'm more financially secure now. We have to recognize when we have to take a step back in life. Social media, society, peer pressure forces us to think that we always got to keep moving upward. Always got to keep going up. As a teacher, one thing I've learned is when I'm teaching my kids, yes, I want them to know all the teaks. I want them to know all the lessons. But and I told my boss the other day, sometimes we need to step back and go and reteach a lesson from 7th grade, from 6th grade, or even from this year. I can't just keep teaching and teaching and going and going and moving. I have to go backwards sometime. We are so scared to go backwards because we feel like in other people's eyes, we'll look like a failure. My pride, my ego will not allow me to take this L. This my pride, my ego won't allow me to take a step back and say, wait a minute, let me fix some shit because I can keep going. I can keep going. But I need to fix some shit. I need to stop, pause, breathe, think. Look at the lesson in this L. We review songs every Sunday. And some people get furiously mad at our reviews. Furiously mad. But rarely, I've only had one. And he just did this. And his song was fucking horrible. It was one of the top 5 worst songs we've heard all year. But he sent an email after the review and said, thank you. I'm not really an artist. I just like to put my message through song. But I will continue to do it and I will work on some things. And I was like, yo, I emailed it back. I don't really email motherfuckers back. I let other people email back. I said, yo, that was dope. I will fuck with you just because of your response. Like, I got you. I will listen to your music. I will respect because you didn't come back mad and angry or trying to tell, oh, you don't know what you talking about. Oh, you ain't, bro, I've been in music since I was 13 years old. I know what I'm talking about. I've been in the meetings with these big people. I've hung with these big people. I've heard them talk and how they think. No, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be an A&R. I want to teach. But I can teach in different opportunities, teach in different genres. We get so mad at other people when we take an L. And it's not, for me, this is my thing. Taking an L is not a reason to be upset. Taking an L is not a reason to put people on blast. Taking an L is not a reason to try to cut down someone's credibility. I'm not saying don't be salty. Once again, I saw the interview with LeBron about getting second place to MVP. He said, yes, I'm pissed. I was pissed. But he also said, I'm good. I'm going to go back to my hotel room, drink me some wine, go to sleep. I'm not tripping over it. But I bet you inside his brain, he like, I'm going to dog these motherfuckers. They're not going to get a chance on me. You got to come out on the other side better than this side. Yes, you might lose your job. That sucks. What does God have in store for you? What do you really want to do? What have you been thinking about? Our thoughts like this get blurred. We get blurred because we get so emotional about the loss. We get so blurred about the loss. I just moved. My rent is increased. I can look at that as an L. Oh, I'm losing. Oh. But now my kids have a play space. Now I have a workspace. My kids come be like, oh, this is us. I thought it was an L. I didn't want to move. I was comfortable paying that cheap ass rent. And I could have looked at it as I'm taking an L. But am I taking an L for my kids? Am I taking an L for my life? Am I taking an L for my friends? Am I taking an L for my future? I'm taking an L for now, but now is just now. What about later? I'm not scared to take L's anymore. I'm not embarrassed by taking L's anymore. And we have to get out of that mind frame of people and we say, we love to say, especially black people, we love to say, I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. Yes, you do. Why do you think you post pictures? Why do you think you post your emotions? Why do you think you post things that you want people to respond to? Because you care what people think. But you cannot let that dictate your destiny. You cannot let that dictate how you move. It's up to you to learn how to take that L. Right? It's up to you to figure out what is the lesson in this loss. What is it that's really going on here? Get out of your feelings. Yes. You know, I see a lot of relationships that don't work. And I see a lot of bashing on said relationships when they don't work. But how many times have you ever seen somebody on Facebook say, me and such broke up. It didn't work, but I wish them the best. But we manifest and we're single again. I'm on my hot girl summer. I'm not, I don't care about Cardi B and Offset, but I saw a post this morning that said Cardi B made a post that I'm on my OnlyFans page. I've seen people comment about it. I rarely have seen anybody say, well, it just happened. They just divorced. They're celebrities. Celebrities staying in a lasting relationship with another celebrity is not the norm, people. Kanye and Kim don't happen every day. Now, if a celebrity marry someone who's not necessarily in that light, yeah, those work a little bit more than two celebrities. It's your boy. Go and see Spaceship Awaits the Incredible. This is Straight Talk with Spaceship, brought to you by thewildoutRadio.com. If you'd like to support the show, please send a cash app to JG Jones, or you can hit our PayPal at thewildoutRadio.com. I want to give a special shout out to all our sponsors and all our people in the building. But how many times have you seen people wish their exes the best in life? Man, look. And maybe that's one of my problems in relationships. Because if we break up, we just break up. Oh, I put so much time into it. So I put so much effort into it. I did this. So everything you did is what you wanted to do. So take that. I don't sit back and think about how much money I spent on my exes. I don't sit back and think about, oh, I paid their bills and they did me like this. I know what happened, but I've had to move forward. And most of my exes, I'm still cool with. It took some time, but you have to keep moving. You have to keep speaking life. We are so quick to speak death and destruction into our lives. And we think we're being cool, or we think we're keeping our street cred. But in actuality, we're not taking that L, turning into a lesson and becoming a better person, because we don't blame ourselves. We don't blame ourselves for our flaws. We don't blame ourselves for our fuck ups. We don't blame ourselves for our oops. We'll blame everything around us. We'll justify everything we did. When I got divorced back in 2005, for the longest, I blamed myself. Literally, I went to a Sex Anonymous meeting because my wife told my pastor that I was a sex addict because I wanted to have sex with my wife all the fucking time. My mom was cool with my pastor and his wife, so she was hitting me with the, oh, you just addicted to sex. You shouldn't worry about. Wait a minute. That's my wife. But I blame myself. But in the blaming of myself, I didn't say what I need to do better. I didn't think about how could I fix this? How could I have rectified this? Not saying I want to get back with her, but I had to. Any situation I'm in, whether hosting, whether teaching, whether relationships, whether friendships, I try to always look at what's the best outcome. Whether it works, whether it doesn't, whether I'm taking an L, whether I'm winning, whether I'm losing, I want to be the best version of myself at this state in my life. And to be the best version of myself, I have to create a positive environment. I have to create a positive mind state. And that does not mean being negligent or being insensitive to things that happen. I don't want to take L's. I'm not out here pursuing L's just to gain wisdom or just to gain experience. But what happens is when I do take them L's, like I say, with the job, didn't get the position, right? Got to take accountability. Got to take accountability with that position, right? I couldn't look at, oh, they didn't pick me because they don't like me. I had to say, well, Jones, if you're not ready, or if God didn't feel like you're ready, what do you need to do to become a leader, to truly become a leader? Because we want to be the best version of ourselves, even though we know we're not the best version of ourselves. Other people may not know that, but we know deep down inside we got shit to work on. We got shit to fix. And in order to fix some of those things, we have to take an L. In order to fix your happiness, sometimes you got to leave that man or leave that woman. You leave that job. I've had a situation literally where I didn't see my son for a year because I refused to argue. I took that L. Now me and my kids have a great relationship. Me and my kids' mothers have a great relationship. But during that storm, it was hard not to say, bitch, shut the fuck up. That was tough. But I had to take that L. And even within that L, because I knew in my heart of hearts, they'll be back. I'll see my kids again. So by the time I saw my kids again, I had to be ready. You can't come back in my life and I'm still not prepared to be a father. Not saying I wasn't prepared to. I will say that. I could be a father. I could be a dad. But like I say, I had to do certain things as a father. I'm the baby daddy, right? The women have the kids more so than the man. But fellas, okay, you break up with your woman, she put you out, you put her out, you whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But when it's time to see your kids, do you have them a safe space? One of the things that bothered me about staying with other women was bringing my kids over there. So now, like, my daughter, which is the only child of her mom's, she don't get to see daddy. She get to see daddy girlfriend, sister, daddy girlfriend kids, maybe daddy girlfriend kids, baby daddy. She want to spend time with daddy. So even when we separated and it sucked, in my mind, I'm like, now I have an opportunity to spend time with my daughter. I don't have to justify it to anybody. I don't have nobody thinking that I'm doing something fugazi. Because my daughter, in that sense, she just want to be with daddy. She don't want to have to hang with no other kid. My daughter, and I know this even now, and it's so funny. What up, Lou? Even now, talking to my daughter, we was together last weekend. She don't like people. She made a comment, I posted it on Facebook, and she was like, people think I'm shy. And she was like, I just don't like people. That's just her. So even when she was telling me that at 6, 7, 8 years old, and I'm like, she's a kid, she don't have that right to say that. She's still consistently that person now, so I get it. She wants to come to the house. She's like me. I don't turn on the TV most days. I might turn on my computer, but I don't turn on my TV. She came over here. Ain't no TV on. I ain't even tripping on no TV. She turned on her phone, watched some anime, got on my computer and started doing schoolwork. I say, motherfucker, you don't want to hang out? She like, no, nigga, I want to do my schoolwork. So I ain't got to do my schoolwork this week. I get you now. But I had to take that L. Because if I was still in that household, and honestly, I can't say if she would wanted to come over there. I've dated exes where my daughter's a pristine kid, never got in trouble, straight A student. Your son's bad to the motherfucker, and you don't whoop him. You think that's just affecting your household, but do you understand my daughter don't want to be around that? So I gotta go. I gotta allow you to talk about me. I gotta allow myself to be broke. I gotta allow myself to be lonely because you're gonna be big mad. But this ain't about me. When I taught in Fort Worth, the day I was supposed to get Teacher of the Month by the Dallas Mavericks, come to the school, the news was coming to the school. I got fired for some shit I didn't do. And I was sad and I cried and my teammates cried. And it was a horrible day. The kids cried. I'm still in contact with the kids. But I actually got a job in Dallas where I'm closer to my kids now, because teaching in Fort Worth, I couldn't get to my daughter's after school programs or her sports. And like I say, I took that L. I was sad about it. I was hurt. But my principal didn't do me dirty, gave me a great reference, didn't put anything bad on my account, right? I was able to get a job closer to my kids so that if I do get a phone call in the middle of the day and my boss, hey, I need to go to my kid's school, I can get there in 20 minutes. When it first happened, I was mad. Of course, that's natural. But I had to take that L, take that lesson, say, okay, since now, because my loyalty wouldn't let me quit that school, right? I'm gonna stay here. I know these kids. I know the kids coming under me. I know the kids above me. I know my staff. I know what I'm gonna get. I don't want to leave. Even if I can't see my daughter's events, even if I can't see my son events. My pay good. I got a good leadership role. But when I took that L, when I lost that job, when I got fired, I could not just waddle. I couldn't just blame them. I was, like I said, I was upset. But now I gotta fix it. Now I gotta fix it. Okay, do I get another job out here? And it was crazy, right? Because I was even thinking about that. Just put up a new apartment complex by my job. So I was thinking about moving into that apartment complex, which would have kept me farther. I always lived in Dallas, but I taught in Fort Worth. So if I'd have moved to Fort Worth, I would have never probably seen my kids, but on weekends, every once in a while. Right? It wouldn't have been the same. It just wouldn't. I was, even at that time, I was still doing shows. I was still traveling. So it would have been even less then, right? So when I lost that job and I got a job in Dallas, my world opened up. Now I can stay after school for extracurricular activities and go to my daughter's events. Or I can go to my daughter's events and come back. I'm not tripping about tutoring after school. I'm able to tutor my private tutoring sector after school. It opened up a whole new world for me by taking that L, because I wasn't going to do it. And that's one of the big things I want to say. Sometimes we resist taking that L when we know we need to. Listen, I saw a post today on Facebook. It said it's okay to move friends back down to associates. I don't, listen. One of the most overused phrases to me is loyalty. Loyalty is an excuse to let people do fuck shit. I'm loyal to you. I'm loyal to you. I need somebody who's loyal. Man, look, I need somebody who's genuine. I need somebody who's real. Because if you got two different people that you loyal to, how you gonna choose that loyalty between them two? How are you going to be loyal to both of them if they have conflicting interests? How are you going to be loyal to two different things if they have conflicting interests? People are as loyal as long as they like you. People are going to be as loyal as it fits into their interest and situation. So if you need to remove people from your life in order to move forward, I don't give a fuck that you've known them 30 years. Is your relationship progressing? Are they helping you? Are they motivating you? Are they pushing you? Or are they just around? Everyone knows I love to cook, but I rarely have people come over here just for a free meal. If you come, we talking, we chopping it up. I feel like you're actually here to see me, not for the meal. And that's what makes me want to cook for people. Like, sit down, let's have a meal. Like, I'm damn near like my grandmama. You come to grandma's house, you're gonna have a meal, but You can't just, I don't just fuck with anybody no more. I had to stop hosting open mics, and it sucked. It still sucks to this day seeing so many people almost damn near moving above what me and J Rock have established, what we helped build with Coon. Lyrically wise, Lil C was over here yesterday. I let him hear some music. He like, damn, bro. I said, ain't too many niggas in this city can out rap me. Ain't too many niggas, but I put that on the back burner to help other artists. I stopped caring about being a rapper, right? But when I got out of the open mic realm, when I stopped rapping and stopped doing shows, it hurt my soul. I felt that part. We gotta understand, we did this every week for 10 years, right? So I lost a piece of me. But now within education, within helping my community, being an activist, doing community service. Hey, I just got an email. What up, Slimmy? I just got an email from one of my sorors and Zeta Phi Beta. We're going to be doing a donation drive for some people in Lake Charles. So if you want to donate, hit me up. You can drop your donations off. I think they wanted diapers, clothes, canned goods, stuff for babies, water, of course. Anything you have that you want to donate, hit me up at the Wild Out Radio, JG Jones, all that. And we're going to get it together. I got some shit. I just moved. I got a bunch of clothes I need to throw away. I don't want to throw away. It's my favorite shirt. Yay! Right? Yay, it's my favorite shirt. But I have to throw it away. I have to make room. And I learned this in church a long time ago. You have to clean out your closet in order to get new stuff. And your closet can be represented as your love life, your networks, your house, your job, anything. Sometimes our lives are too cluttered. Even being polyamorous, right? Even with me being polyamorous, I see people in the polyamory community that get saturated. They have a lot of loves. They have a lot of relationships. And sometimes it's over fucking whelming. Like people think being polyamorous, oh, you just got unlimited pussy. Oh, you got unlimited dick. First of all, it's not about fucking. It's not about sexual relationships. It's about mental connections. But secondly, even with that mental connection, you can get oversaturated sometimes. And so I found myself not being able to truly like someone because I had too many options or I had too many people I liked at the same level. Right. So it was, and women don't understand that, so for me, I've had to back away from that. I had to be smart. I had to be committed and focused. And that's even with my friendships and my relationships. I don't build relationships with all rappers anymore. I'm not at your disposal. So I can fuck with a Slim or Rakim Al-Jabbar or Absolute or Misty in the Solo Texas or EXO or Lil C or Twice. They can call me. I'm not oversaturated and tired of talking music because I don't talk music with a lot of artists anymore. I'm not giving out free advice like that anymore. I'm not in the clubs every night. I was talking to my neighbor last night. And we was talking about, dating someone and being in the club. Women be thinking that it's the club. It's fun. Nigga, this is a job. This is an emotional, draining thing. When I go to a club, I am never in party mode. Like I'm going tonight to see DJ Tuss for his birthday. Happy birthday, DJ Tuss. We're going to be at a sidebar tonight. So y'all pull up on your boy. But like when I go to a club, I don't go to a club to think I'm a party. The first thing I fucking do when I go in a club, the very first thing I typically do is look for the DJ booth. Do I know that DJ up there? And if I don't know that DJ up there, where are my cards? Let me go give them one. I'm always on hustle mode. I am not on. It is so hard for me to sit in the club and not do anything and like just sit there and just drink and play music. Right? So I had to step back. When me and J Rock decided to officially retire from the open mic scene, that was a hard decision. It wasn't just we done? Okay. It wasn't just like that. It was you have to emotionally detach yourself. So I understand when you have to let go of a job or let go of a friend or let go of an obligation. It's not that easy. It is a emotional detachment that has to take place. But what should trump that emotional detachment, what should trump that is the thought that you are about to move to a higher level, that there's a blessing in store. There's more opportunity. And that starts with the mind. A lot of us don't want to lose shit we have because we scared we won't get it again, which means you don't trust who you are. Ain't shit. I'm not scared of breaking up with a female because I'm going to get another one that's going to be doper. I'm not scared of my car breaking down. I can get another one. I used to be in that place. I used to be scared. So a lot of times we're scared to take that L because we're scared that we can't replace what we lose, or we're scared that's going to be our only shot. People in like American Idol and Who Got Talent and all these, they're not scared to lose. They're not super salty. They might be upset. Of course, you're going to be upset you didn't win. Duh. But they're not scared because they know they're going to have another chance. And that's part of you setting yourself up for winning. That's you setting yourself up for greatness. That's you setting yourself up to do the things that you know you can do. If you don't think that you're going to win, of course you don't want to lose. I don't give a fuck about throwing away these clothes. Like I say, I don't want to donate them. I won't say throw it away. I don't want to donate them because some of them mean shit to me. They have sentimental value. I have a lot of shirts from artists that, we rock. But I got too many fucking clothes. I need to let some of these go and be a blessing to someone else. Go. If I feel like I got too many associates in my bubble, go. I'm going to get some more, but I need to let y'all go. Even on Facebook, I purge all the time. And y'all know it. I posted a lot. I purge all the time. I purged this morning. I love seeing people's birthdays pop up. Delete. Or if I see them on my timeline one time, delete. Or I go through, or I see them on my friends, my top friend, delete. We don't converse. We don't talk. You're just watching my post. And I don't see your post because I don't see your post. And you might not see my post. And that's fine. People like, oh, it's the, what is it? What's the A word? The analog, the analytics or whatever. I don't give a fuck. If we don't converse, we don't converse. I'm good. Because if you want to converse, you know how to get in contact with me. So, and that's why I'm not scared to take an L, lose people, lose situations. I know how to get them back. I can get them back. And I can get them back better than I had them before. If you don't feel like you're progressing, you're never going to want to lose. You're never going to want to take an L. You're never going to see the lesson because you're too busy defending what you had instead of thanking God or thanking whoever you believe in for what's coming next. Right? Y'all too busy worried about somebody taking your spot. Like I say, it bothers me sometimes. I see these other cats doing what me and J-Rock do. Done. And it gets to us because we don't get our credit for it. But I'm not so salty about it that it's gonna make me get back out there. I'm hosting in OKC on Halloween. If y'all in Oklahoma, y'all come out to the Biltmore Hotel. My girl Karma kissed. I'll be out there October 31st. I still get gigs. I still get booked. So what else do I want? I had a situation, right? And I've talked about it. I got into it with some people and we both apologized. And I had a friend, because I went back, I was hanging with the people, right? We got into it, we apologized. We was hanging with the people. And one of my friends was like, you back hanging with them? And I said, what do I want out of this? They apologized, I apologized, we over it. Let's move. I have to learn how to forgive. I have to learn how to move forward. And then this person had a situation and I allowed them to apologize. And I have to practice excellence. We have to practice greatness. We have to intentionally intentionally. Like, we don't want to be accountable for shit. We want to say we're accountable, but we really don't want to be accountable for shit. Right? If we say something, we have to live these things. We can't say I'm blessed and don't live like we think we're blessed. I I don't get stressed much. I get in a deep thought. I might get annoyed, but I don't really get stressed much. If anything, I'm more nonchalant. I get told I'm more nonchalant. Because I'm like, it'll fix itself out. I I was telling little C last night before the credits ran. Uh, I said, the funny thing about women, and because me and him, we used to be in those little Facebook groups, and I thank God for that. I'm not even in all these nasty ass Facebook groups anymore. I used to be in all them shits. I used to be in all them shits, showing all types of stuff, saying all types of stuff. Now I can make sexual jokes, and that's growth for me, right? I can make sexual jokes and not think anything about it. People that get them or hear the jokes or see the jokes or read the jokes may think more about it than me. I'm just sexual, right? So he was talking. I said, what used to be funny to me? Women that stopped talking to me after we whether had sex or just out the blue because they got another guy, or they didn't understand it. I didn't really give a fuck. I was good at making it seem like I gave a fuck, because that's what people love. That people want you to give a fuck, but I really didn't give a fuck. Like, I done separated from shit. Spaceship, I don't think it's gonna work. And I'd be sitting there like, really? No, you sure we can't make it work? Like, what can I do? Look, man, I know I'm not I'm not perfect, but I love you. No, Spaceship, I think I just need to move forward. Well, if that's how you feel, I understand. I'm not mad at you. I'm not gonna hate you. I need you to be happy. All right. Click. Yeah, she go, nigga. Yeah, she go. I used to be that guy. Okay, bye. I don't want a relationship no way. I'm good. I didn't consider your relationship my head anyway. Now I'm at a place where I'm more intentional. And even if I have to take a loss at anything, I have to be transparent. I have to be a person of love. I have to be a person of value. The one thing that pisses me off more than anything in this world is when somebody tries to challenge my character, because I'm consistent in who I am and I'm consistent in what I do. And when you're that consistent and that transparent, I'm gonna warn you guys. I'm gonna warn you. People are going to lie on you, talk about you, hate on you, do anything they can to try to defeat your peace, try to defeat your spirit. I don't agree everything my bro Slim Johnson said, but he's in his own mind wavelength. Like, you can't fuck with his bubble. You can't fuck with my bubble. I'm going to take losses, and I'm cool with that, and I'm gonna win again. I'm gonna stop fucking with you, whether I tell you or I don't, and I'm gonna get more friends. I hate no new friends. I tell you that I hate that song. I'm gonna get a new friend. I'm gonna get a new associate. I'm gonna make a new connection. I'm good. I'm not losing no motherfucking sleep because I know who I am. You can believe whatever you want to. I've heard so many people talk about me and say things I've said because I'm so open and it sounds like something I would say. But I promise you, if it's something I would say it to you. I ain't never been scared of no man, nigga. I ain't scared of no gun. I ain't scared of dying. I ain't scared of living. I'm scared to not be me. I'm scared of not accepting these L's and turning them into lessons and becoming a better person. Every day I want to be a better person than I was yesterday. I don't have to kiss no ass. I don't have to change who I am. And this was my problem when I was younger. I always tried to assimilate to make people fucking happy. Make yourself happy. Don't worry about people trying to embarrass you because you took an L. Nigga, I done fell down steps before and been laughed at. I don't give a fuck. I done been walked out of a job with a box in my hand, but I'm gonna hold my head up high and I'm gonna go to new beginnings. I done been the hottest motherfucker on stage and came in 3rd place. It's okay. I know I'm better than you. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. Yes, I've been fired from a job. Yes, I've been dumped. Yes, I've been played. Yes, I've done lost. Yes, I'm still fucking standing. I'm still standing, and I can say that today I am better mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally than I have ever been in my life. And that started when I started accepting my L's and turning them into lessons. When I started removing things that I knew was not good for my fucking spirit. I can't keep you around just for the sake of your emotions. Y'all got friends right now y'all know are fucked up people and y'all keep them around. I got a kid at my school right now. He had me for math last year. I teach 8th grade, which means he should have went to the 9th grade, which means he's still in the 8th grade, which means he failed. And we were talking about it, and we weren't talking about it negative way. I said, the problem is some of these kids need to fail. They need to learn that the world, I hate No Child Left Behind. I hate it. Because when you get 25, 26 years old, people ain't gonna ask you, did you flunk a grade? You can say it took me 6 years to graduate college. People don't worry about that 4-year shit. Some of these kids need to flunk. And I'm happy he was able to fail and get his mind right. Because since then, he been calling me. He texts me. He asks me for information. It's a whole different scholar. I don't have him this year. Another teacher has him this year. But the way he is, and as attentive as he is, I pray that he got it. He took that L at a young age. Hopefully now he continues to win in his life. Y'all pander to your fucking kids. You baby him. Let that kid fail. Let him be embarrassed. Let him be embarrassed. Let him see what it looked like to wear that ugly ass shirt again another year. We're so busy trying to baby our kids. I didn't get babied. Our generation didn't get babied. So I don't give a and I wonder if the reason why our kids are the way they are is because we didn't get babied. And so we live in that, we're that generation of, well, I'm not gonna do my kid like that. Do your fucking kid like that. That's what made us who we are. That's what made us go-getters and hard workers. But now we're so caught up in the social media world and babying our kids. Like, you're a bad person if you give your kid a whooping. But y'all know how bad these motherfucking kids are in these streets. Y'all know how bad these motherfucking kids are in this world. Like, fuck your kid. Fuck, man, look. You have to do what you have to do for your peace. Because even as a parent, if you don't have peace, your kids see that. Your kids feel that. Your kids hear you on the phone arguing. Your kids hear you having negative energy. Everything starts with you. Everything starts with you taking that L, turning it into a lesson, learning from it, becoming the best version of you. It's okay to lose sometimes. And sometimes you can lose and things can come back. It might not be your time. It might not be your time because you have to learn. You have to figure out some things. And you can't be scared of that. You can't be scared of, well, if I lose this, will my world crumble? because I'm from a place where God will never leave you nor forsake you. I don't know whatever all of you believe in. That's great. But my God will never leave me nor forsake me. And I believe I'm a great person. I believe I'm a good person of character, of high resolve. I'm a hard worker. I have great characteristics about myself. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm wise. I have common sense. I have book sense. So I always believe, even if I take an L, I got to bounce back harder. All right. I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy. Go on to see Spaceship Oasis Incredible. I love y'all. I just want y'all to be the best version of yourselves, man. Like, this is all this is. If you have a topic you want to hit us up at DWild.radio on Facebook, DWild.radio on Instagram, DWild.radio on Twitter. You can also find me, Spaceship Oasis, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that shit. We love y'all. Y'all be super duper dope. Y'all have a super duper day. I'm going to chop it up with y'all on the flip side once again. Remember, be a blessing to somebody's life. It's not about what you get. It's about what you get. About what you give.